Folks, listen up, listen close, hold on to your dentures and strap into your lazy boys, because I've been working all night, and by all night I mean 20 minutes before I took my nap on my brand new, groundbreaking billion-dollar Shark Tank pitch. I'm ready to meet with the big investors, the top dogs, the legends. I'm talking about Tony Stark, Nikki Haley's dad, Mark Cuban, and Yuri from Doki Doki Literature Club. All real people, by the way. No need to fact check it.
What the hell are you even saying right now, Joe? What kind of unholy brain smoothie did you drink this morning that made you think a dead Marvel character, some random dad from South Carolina, a basketball guy, and a video game anime girl are sitting around waiting for your crusty pitch?
They're real, Don. They believe in me. They told me so in a dream I had while I was stuck in a revolving door at Bed Bath & Beyond.
This is ridiculous. This is insane. This is why America is laughed at, because the guy who thinks Yuri is a venture capitalist is playing Mario Party with me on live TV.
Okay, let's just chill, gentlemen. Let's just get some structure in here before we all end up on an FBI watch list. It's time to introduce the cast for tonight's special presidential showdown. Ladies, gentlemen, and legally questionable anime waifus. We've got Joe Biden playing as Luigi, the Green Machine himself. Donald Trump as Wario, which honestly checks out on like 18 different psychological levels. Mikan Tsumiki, everyone's favorite medically confused sweetheart, representing Toadette. And me, your slightly accidental host, Governor Tim Walz, swinging in as Yoshi because somebody's got to carry this disaster across the finish line.
Who asked? Who on earth asked you to read off a damn class roster like it's the first day of school, Tampon Tim?
The audience at home asked, Donald, the beautiful voters of the great states asked, the fine citizens who still have enough optimism left to think that watching you scream at a dinosaur avatar for 2 hours is quality content.
Nobody cares about your approval rating, Tim, or your little list, or your emotional support dinosaur.
You're the weird one here, Donnie. You're the guy who got banned from Build-A-Bear Workshop for trying to install a golden escalator inside a teddy bear. You're the guy who tried to trademark the word huge in 6 different languages. You're the guy who thought Sharknado was a documentary, so don't come after me like you're the normal one.
Hey, Tim, listen, buddy. Real serious here. Are you willing right here, right now, to buy my new toilet paper company? It's called Bidet Biden's. We clean up your messes faster than you can say malarkey.
You know, Joe, as tempting as it is to invest my life savings into a product that sounds like it belongs in a gas station clearance bin, I'm gonna have to respectfully decline and blame supply chain issues, inflation, and probably Canada, unless they finally annex us.
This is what I'm talking about, Tim, and whatever your name is. This is the company Joe's pitching, and you're standing here defending him like he just discovered the cure for common sense.
Look, Donald, I'm just saying, I've never seen Joe this lively, this sharp, this energetic. It's like someone plugged his brain into a waffle iron and said, go get him, champ.
Thanks, Tim. I ate 17 Oreos and found a nickel this morning. I'm feeling unstoppable.
This is a travesty.
This is democracy, baby.
I think I swallowed the nickel.
Should we, maybe get him some help?
No, Mikan, let him suffer. It's called natural consequences, survival of the fittest. This is what Darwin warned us about.
I'm fine. Nickels are just crunchy vitamins if you believe hard enough.
Honestly, that's the most presidential thing he's said in 3 years, and he's out of office.
I'm gonna be the first man to turn into a vending machine.
All right, let's move it along before Joe tries to dispense quarters from his ears.
I can feel them rattling already.
You know, Tim, I gotta say, I find it absolutely pathetic. Truly one of the saddest things I've seen in all my glorious years on this earth. That out of all the people sitting at this digital table, you challenged little Mikan to a mini game instead of facing me, the greatest competitor alive. The man who absolutely steamrolled you back in the 2024 election when you were busy trying to prop up Kamala's disaster of a campaign, like a man duct taping a collapsing tent. You're lucky Obama's little brothers went easy on here and didn't take her back to Kenya with them.
Now hold your horses there, Donnie boy. Slow that fancy escalator brain down for a second, because believe it or not, here in the great state of Minnesota, we got this thing called strategy. And the strategy said real clear, I wasn't about to go picking a fight with a fella who only had 22 measly coins rattling around in his pocket like leftover change from a run to the gas station. I went for the one with 25 coins because that's what we call around these parts a sensible investment.
You're not playing smart, Tim. You're playing scared. Scared like a guy who's more focused on handing out free driver's licenses to every illegal immigrant he can find than actually learning how to win a basic Mario Party duel.
Oh, sure, Don. Keep spouting off about driver's licenses like it's the end of the world when some of us out here are trying to live real lives, you know. Waking up before sunrise, shoveling 6 feet of snow just to reach the mailbox, scraping ice off the windshield with a kitchen spatula because you lost your scraper back in '07, and still managing to show up without crying about how life's unfair.
You're lucky, Tim. You're real lucky. The DC isn't halfway up to the Arctic Circle, because if you had to trek through what real Americans call winter, you'd be buried in 5 minutes flat with a closed for business sign hanging off your forehead. And yes, I'm talking about Canada. They totally elected me Prime Minister yesterday.
I'm lucky, all right. Lucky I don't have to base my entire self-esteem on whether I won a round of Mario Party against a guy who once filed a lawsuit because he lost at Connect 4.
Jesus fucking Christ, we're not even 10 minutes into this disaster, and you're sitting on 2 windmills and 3 stars, while I'm stuck dealing with cold-hearted betrayal from a man who thinks snow pants are optional after Thanksgiving.
Well, now, before you all get too riled up, I just want to remind everybody, it ain't just the illegals getting those fancy Minnesota licenses. No, sir. Yours truly, Joe Biden, got one too.
Oh, for the love of everything holy.
Isn't that, like, very illegal?
Joe, for the love of Paul Bunyan and every lumberjack who's ever swung an axe, why would you announce that out loud like it's a prize you won at the county fair?
This is what I'm talking about. This right here, folks. Joe Biden, licensed menace to society, endorsed by Tampon Tim himself.
They let me drive the Zamboni at the hockey rink too, real smooth, like butter.
We're all gonna end up in federal prison after this, I just know it.
And when the hearings start, I'm putting your little snow shovel confession on the first PowerPoint slide, Joe.
I think I need to lie down. Maybe forever.
Well, 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 look what we got here, folks. Just when you thought Minnesota's finest couldn't embarrass himself any harder, Timmy 2 Coins over here manages to lose a dual minigame to little Mikan Tsumiki faster than Joe loses his car keys on a Sunday morning. First, you lose the election to me. Second, you lose Kamala after she went brain dead trying to figure out what Among Us is. And now you're losing to a 30-year-old nurse the size of a paperclip. Good for you, man. Pat yourself on the back for me and tell your crazy wife I said hi when you visit her down in hell. Get out of here, bro. I mean, honestly, Tim, that was light speed humiliation. That was warp drive embarrassment. I blinked and you were already face down in the dirt handing over your last 2 shiny nickels to a girl who looks like she's scared of her own shadow.
It was lag. Minnesota lag. Happens when you gotta play Mario Party through 6 feet of snow and a blizzard of common sense.
Excuses, Tim. Nothing but sad, soggy excuses. And guess what else, big guy? Not only are you broke now, not only do you have fewer coins than a vending machine that's been looted after a tornado, but I'm about to take one of your precious little windmills, too. Someone get Mr. Beast. This guy is poorer than the hobo down my street corner. That's right. I'm ripping it right out from under you like a used mattress on moving day. And while you're still standing there wondering what happened, you gotta remember, even sleepy little Joey here is a threat now. He took that windmill like it was the last spit-flavored ice cream cone he found in the nursing home. You're cooked, Tim.
I like windmills. They spin. They remind me of my brain. So anyway, I just want everyone to know that I'm a corrupt piece of shit.
You know what, Don? It ain't about the windmills. It's about the journey, the spirit, the way we pull ourselves up by our snow boots and keep on trudging, even when the odds are colder than a Minnesotan Tuesday.
Your game is collapsing harder than Joe's memory during a pop quiz, Tim. You're basically one mini game away from being a tragic documentary on the Weather Channel.
I didn't mean to beat you that fast, Mr. Walz. I just pushed the button. I'm sorry I won.
It's all right, Mikan. I've been losing to harsh northern winters for years. What's one more defeat between friends?
Hey, everybody. Sorry to crash the pity party, but I got summoned by Mew to babysit because apparently, and I quote, The last 3 babysitters are either on suicide watch or currently dead in a ditch somewhere, thanks to this circus.
Oh, great. Mew's still mad at me. Probably still salty over the fact that I told her Teslas don't count as real cars because they don't make enough noise when you floor it. Or maybe because I made fun of her super genius invention that just turned out to be a hairdryer taped to a broomstick. Or maybe, and this is my personal favorite, because I refused to invest in her plan to genetically engineer an army of robot hamsters. Thankfully, Elon is in jail, or he would kill me for telling the truth for once.
Honestly, Don, you should be happy I'm not in the game right now. Because if I was, I'd be sweeping the board while you're still sitting there, arguing with yourself in the corner.
Please, Nikki, you would have been bankrupt by turn 3 after betting all your coins on Joe winning a math minigame.
You're real bold for a guy who gave my son about 47 N-word passes the last time you stayed over when Elon Musk temporarily stole the presidency for a week.
That was an executive order made under duress. Elon took the nuclear codes and replaced them with a limited edition NFT collection. My hands were tied.
I tried to trade my NFT for pudding. Didn't work.
Only on this call could losing a windmill lead to a national scandal.
Bruh. Someone needs to back this truck up and explain to me how in the ever-loving, slightly burnt apple pie Joe Biden managed to not only get a fire flower out of nowhere, but also snatch 20 coins clean off poor Mikan and Tim's wallets like he's some kind of twisted geriatric magician.
Yeah, you know, when Biden starts pulling moves slicker than a Vegas slot machine rigged by a raccoon, it's a real sign that the simulation's not just glitching, it's straight up filing for bankruptcy.
Tim stole my windmill. Tim stole my girlfriend, Lana. I had no choice. I had to strike back, like Darth Pudding. I'm gonna go cry on my toilet now, folks.
And there go my stars, but hey, I'm about to be murdered by my wife, so oh wait, fuck! Now hold your snowshoes right there, Joe, because you making it sound like I mugged you in a dark alley behind a Culver's, when all I did was land on the dang windmill fair and square. And for the record, I've never even met your imaginary girlfriend, so stop trying to make me a target for some frosted vengeance plot. You do realize Gwen will fuck me up if I even hug a woman, or for goodness sakes, even touch her on the shoulder. I high-fived Kamala on the campaign trail, and I came home and I suddenly became the wife in my own marriage. I sometimes wonder why God didn't make me gay. I'd be so much happier, damn it.
Justice will be served, cold.
Listen, folks, I ain't afraid to say it now that Gwen's in the bathroom and can't hear me plot my own funeral. Joe Biden's about as insane as a raccoon on a Red Bull drip, and y'all don't even know the half of it.
Finally, Tim says one true thing today.
No, you don't understand, Don. This man, this walking pudding cup, once told me that my wife Gwen rode a moose backwards across the Minnesota border while hollering about half-off snow shovels and throwing expired pumpkin spice lattes at incoming traffic. I love Joe Biden, but he made She-Hulk Michelle Obama seem like the fucking Princess Bride.
That sounds dangerously chaotic.
She's a visionary, a marketing pioneer. I made her in my image. She's amazing. Cornpock would be jealous.
Another time, Joe swore up and down that Gwen's real job wasn't First Lady of Minnesota, nope, but actually head trainer at a secret underground squirrel army boot camp under Lake Superior, where she teaches rodents how to overthrow city government's one acorn bomb at a time. That made her very frosty.
Okay, that's it. If even a third of that's true, we're gonna need a national emergency briefing and possibly a Disney Channel original movie deal.
And let's not forget the time he told the Department of Agriculture that Gwen could control weather patterns by whistling Yankee Doodle while spinning counterclockwise in a Walmart parking lot. I almost had to send her to the insane asylum after she heard that BS.
I stand by that one.
Gwen is many things, but a living weather machine ain't supposed to be one of them.
Listen, Tim, you and I might have political beef thicker than a triple cheeseburger at a Texas rodeo, but if it comes down to it, if Gwen unleashes her Moose Brigade or Squirrel Assassins or whatever the hell else Biden's Dream Journal is warning us about, I'll call in the National Guard personally, airlift in some tanks, parachute some snipers. We'll save you even if it bankrupts Mario Party's fake economy in the process.
I appreciate that, Donnie. Truly. I may be broke and with the self-esteem of a raccoon who lost his garbage can, but dang it, I'll survive.
Hey boys, what you talking about out here? Heh, giggity giggity.
What is this cursed audio experience? Why does Gwen sound like she's about to hit on Lois Griffin?
Oh, yeah, right. Quick update nobody asked for. Obama, Mew, Averill, Ben, and like half the cast of Hail to the Bros are all on strike now that the channel finally got monetized, and shocker, they're not getting paid squat. Peter even took a shit on the creator's set, and that led to squat.
You mean to tell me, after all my legendary, historic, world-changing appearances, after all the ratings I delivered like a glorious golden rainstorm of viewership, the people who bring these disasters to life got paid in Monopoly money and backpats?
Pretty much. So now we're stuck hiring bottom-of-the-barrel voice actors off Craigslist, Fiverr, and a guy who once did Quagmire impressions for $5 and a sandwich coupon.
This is a travesty. This is worse than that time CNN tried to blame a hurricane on me personally.
Try harder. Maybe you'll get a sympathy Frosty at Wendy's, too.
I should sue. I should sue all of you. I should sue the person who invented podcasts. I should sue the guy who invented Mario Party for causing permanent brain damage.
I miss Lana. She smelled like fresh waffles and old library books. I just hope next time I see her, she ain't George W. Bush in a wig again.
Sorry for all of this. I'm sorry for breathing. I'm sorry for the fake Gwen. I'm even sorry for the frozen ice cream I accidentally dropped on the floor earlier.
McCann, you're the least of our worries. The real emergency is happening on Minnesota soil.
Can we please
Oh, great, just fantastic. Bowser shows up out of nowhere like a government regulator at my casino, stomps my beautiful, perfectly legitimate windmill into the ground, and just like that, Joe's out here with 4 stars. 4 stars, like he's building his own buddy system for the afterlife.
I didn't even know I had 4 stars. I thought those were coupons for free pudding cups at Dairy Queen. I'm shocked Mikan just took one of them. It kind of hurts. I was going to take the whole family out. I guess I'll just settle on the crack.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting here with as many stars as a dead flashlight in a snowstorm, and the dignity of a guy who just lost a shovel fight to a pigeon.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to have 0 before. I just keep tripping. Now I took one of Joe's. Fuck me.
This board is rigged, this game is rigged, life is rigged, and Bowser is clearly part of the deep state. I always said it, nobody listened.
Maybe Bowser just likes ice cream too, Donnie. We're all just melted inside sometimes.
Yep. Only thing melting faster than your strategy is my will to live, buddy.
But hey, rigged or not, no one can stop the greatest president in American history. Jefferson, Lincoln, Washington, even my best buddies Andrew Jackson and William McKinley couldn't get this feat, folks. McCann, you can cry and beg all you want for your precious star, but the comeback starts now. When I'm not 10 stars ahead, the board is rigged. Simple as that, folks. Remember, don't let senile old hags, kidnapped husbands, and albino nurses get you down.
I don't know what to say, Donald. But if having my windmill makes you glad, I'm not going to say anything. If it puts a smile on your face, it makes...
Oh, alrighty, there he goes, flying higher than my cholesterol after Thanksgiving.
This is like watching a gold-plated bowling ball trying to learn hang gliding at a tornado convention.
Well, what do we have here? Looks like next turn I'm taking all the stars, all the dreams, all the glory, and officially ending this sad little pity party once and for all.
Are you fucking serious?
Okay. Time out. Hold up. Slam the brakes. Reverse the clown car. Because I need to process this. Trump, done Mr. Popular Vote 2024. Are you seriously planning to bribe the editor again? I get it. You have a giant, fat ego you need to feed. But don't fuck with the viewing experience in the process. They better not cut the footage so it looks like you heroically grab the 3 stars and walk into the sunset. Even after sweet little Mikan got a 2-star windmill, and Joe somehow managed to steal a star back from you like a confused rodent at a vending machine.
Let me explain it in simple, beautiful, delicious words so that even the low-energy haters can understand. What matters is not the little things like fairness or actual footage. What matters is what the viewers remember. And what they're gonna remember is me, America's favorite president, Donald J. Trump, soaring on the flower glider of destiny, touching down like an American hero, scooping up all the stars, and leaving the losers crying in the dust. Beat it.
It turned out the same way it always does, Donnie. Same way a turkey turns out when you forget to thaw it. Frozen, burnt, and rigged, just like that election you're still crying about like a porch cat who got locked out of the chicken coop. It's not like I'm talking about a certain election that happened last November where I got my manhood taken away from me.
Shut up, silly woman.
Oh, for Pete's sake, everyone needs to hear this in their soul. Just because you don't get the little golden star you want, just because your fake life in The Sims 4, just because your uncle lost the pie eating contest to a goat named Jimmy. So listen, that does not mean it was rigged. Sometimes you just stink. You just lose and you go home without a trophy.
Wrong again, Nikki. Totally wrong. Absolutely fake, because this game, this beautiful, messy, fraudulent disaster of a game, belongs to me now. It's mine. It's legally a national treasure. It's as American as my 312 electoral votes and my 5 million vote popular victory in 2024. A tsunami so red, it made the Kool-Aid man look like a blue state crybaby. And let's not forget, I even flipped Tim Walz's old district. That sad little patch of ice and sadness, so hard it spun like a twister mat at a kid's party. And let's be real for a second, because nobody likes Tim Walz, nobody, not a soul. I checked every Minecraft world, every server, every seed, every biome, and not even one sheep, not a single sheep wants to spawn within 1,000 blocks of his aura. I called Google Earth last week, asked them to zoom in on Tim's old district. You know what showed up? A tumbleweed carrying a for sale sign. I went on Amazon, typed "Who likes Tim Walz?" and it auto-corrected to, "Did you mean who likes expired mayonnaise?" Even my refrigerator has more fans than Tim Walz, and it's been unplugged since 2017.
I think my fridge still works. The last time I opened it, the butter started talking to me. But anyway, speaking of memories, I remember election night real clear now. I was playing Harvest Moon multiplayer with Charles Darwin, George Washington's, and my best pal, Alexander Hamilton. We were growing the best dang turnips you ever seen. Right before we hopped on Minecraft and griefed Thomas Jefferson's nerdy old library with TNT.
Joseph, Joey, listen with your ears open and your mouth closed for 2 blessed seconds. Charles Darwin is dead. George Washington is more dead than common sense in Washington, D.C. Alexander Hamilton's been dead so long, he's basically a Disney animatronic. Are you retarded? And Harvest Moon is single player. SINGELE. You are not growing turnips with the Founding Fathers.
Well, I think we're still playing. Darwin's watering my pumpkins right now, and oh yeah, I forgot to say, my son Hunter kind of has a crush on you, Nikki. And you spelt single wrong.
I am this close, this microscopic atom's width away from slamming my laptop shut, punting it across the lawn, and hurling it directly into the Gulf of Mexico so fast that it breaks the sound barrier.
Correction, Nikki. It's not the Gulf of Mexico anymore. I legally renamed it the Gulf of America after I won Texas by a landslide so big it got its own gravitational pull.
Good. Then I'm going to drown you and Biden's love-struck son in the Gulf of America, and we'll call it a historic double victory for the Haley family.
Sounds like tremendous ratings. CNN would finally have something interesting to talk about.
If I get washed up too, can I at least get a medal that says last Minnesotan standing?
Make the medals and laminate them so they don't get soggy.
Still think Hamilton's waiting for me back on the farm.
Joe, the only farm you're heading for is the metaphorical one, where old video game characters go to retire.
And even there, Tim Walz would still come in last.
Well, folks, let me tell you, old Papa Joe's making a comeback, no joke. I'm sitting here with 2 windmills, 3 stars, and a big old grin. I gotta admit, I was kind of surprised Trump didn't blow a gasket when I swiped that 1 star right out from under him, but hey, That's just the start. This is the moment, Jack. If I pull off the big win, I'm treating myself to a big scoop of chocolate chip ice cream, sitting right on top of a Ferris wheel, waving at everybody like I'm on the campaign trail again. Oh wait, sorry, that was my clone. While I hid in the basement like a pussy.
Joe, please be careful. If you step on the wrong platform...
Haha! Amazing! The only thing sinking faster than Joe's IQ is Mikan's balance. How could you both fail at such a simple mini-game? Jesus Christ, when God made you, was he using overtime and crack? What is wrong with you?
That was like watching two confused pigeons trying to land on an ice rink during a hurricane.
I seen blindfolded cats make better directional decisions than that, and they were on roller skates.
I'm putting that clip in the Smithsonian under Greatest Presidential Defeats Multiplayer Edition.
At least I didn't trip over my own shoelaces this time, I think.
Look at me, everybody. I'm flying like a truly majestic eagle. Or maybe like a plane, folks, a beautiful plane crashing into a tower, just like that very fateful morning in New York City. Very sad, very historic. But let me tell you, I'm not just the plane. I'm the best plane anyone's ever seen. Invented by the greatest minds, probably me. And I'm the pilot, too, the greatest pilot. That is what we call another flawless, fantastic, fabulous, 5-star, full-speed W in the Book of Trump. A target tag performance so good it should be studied by future presidents, taught in military academies, maybe even aired as a national holiday special. I was gliding through those rings like I was born in a jet engine, bouncing on trampolines like gravity personally asked me to make it look easy, and snagging golden targets like I had a magnet made of pure presidential excellence glued to my soul.
You beat me by 10 points, Donnie. 10. 1-0. That's less than the number of steps Joe takes before forgetting what he's doing.
Oh, please, Tim. Don't pretend like you were even in the same sport, let alone the same league. You were out there flopping around like a soggy paper bag in a parking lot tornado, missing red targets like they owed you money. I don't take shade from a guy who let Minneapolis burn down like it was freaking Konohagakure during the pain arc. Go ahead and give yourself false hope now, Timmy. I hope every voter in Minnesota throws a snowball at your dumb face. And you know what? Maybe shove a tampon up your ass and see how you like it. You're cooked, little man. Go back to where you came from.
Yeah? Well, at least my city didn't have cosplay-wearing nut jobs trying to reenact Call of Duty, Capital Siege Edition on January 6th. You have no room to talk. Even your own family hates you. I totally can't relate.
Fake news. Those people were tourists. Beautiful tourists. And they were only there because you were too boring to riot against.
I'm running in 2028, Don. And you know what my first campaign promise is? Not to play Mario Party with one hand tied behind my back and the other hand shoved up my ass while you hog all the stars like you're running some kind of digital dictatorship.
Oh, my God. Do you two need your bottles, your binkies, your personalized presidential pacifiers with gold trim and matching sippy cups? You sound like two toddlers arguing over who gets to wear the Lightning McQueen pull-ups. Next time I get hired to babysit the presidential Mario Party reunion special, I better be getting paid $1 million per second or I'm joining the strikers, changing my name to Not My Problem, and moving into the woods with a raccoon named Chad who at least knows how to shut up.
You'd still lose to Chad in minigames.
I once played Mario Kart with a badger named Earl. He told me secrets about the moon.
I don't understand why everyone's yelling. I thought this was supposed to be fun. But now everyone's fighting and I just wanted to win a star and maybe get a sticker for good behavior.
Mikan, you're the only one here who hasn't committed a war crime against my patients. Honestly, you deserve the Medal of Freedom and a Nobel because everyone else in this call is being deported to the front lines in Ukraine after I win.
That's because she hasn't had to listen to Joe explain how he invented the microwave while lost in a cornfield in '63. And I pussied out of Iraq. I can do it again with Ukraine.
It was a wheat field, Tim. And the microwave invented itself. I just helped.
Somebody send help. Or caffeine. Or time machine. so I can undo agreeing to this.
Six stars, 47 coins, first place, total domination. Once again, Donald J. Trump proves to the world that winning isn't just something I do. It's something I am. Something written into my DNA. Bigger than biology, bigger than destiny, bigger than even the presidency itself. Nobody's ever seen a Mario Party performance like that, folks. Historic.
Oh, come on, man. 4 stars, 54 coins. I got more coins than you, Don. I should get extra points for financial stability or something. This is malarkey on top of malarkey.
3 stars, 36 coins, and a grudge bigger than the potholes on I-94. I didn't even lose. I just got mugged by the laws of bad luck and a game engine older than Joe's first driver's license.
I got 1 star and 56 coins. I don't even know how. I kept tripping and crying and somehow ended up with more money than anyone. I feel like a guilty rich ghost.
Mikan outcoined all of you while apologizing the whole time. It's the saddest success story since Joe tried to microwave a turkey with car headlights.
Still say I'm the people's champ, Jack. I had heart, I had spirit, I had ice cream waiting in the wings.
You also had the navigational skills of a lost turtle riding a dun buggy.
And the emotional maturity of a sock puppet during a thunderstorm.
Honestly, I didn't even need the bonus stars, folks. Those things are always manipulated with like Dominion voting machines. Winners, they show up, they dominate, they leave the whiners crying into their participation ribbons.
All right. Before you all start physically throwing Wiimotes, say the thing, like, subscribe, hit the bell, give me my $1 million per second. And maybe, just maybe, send me a sanity check in the mail.
Subscribe if you love winning. Subscribe if you love America. Subscribe if you love tremendous Mario Party gameplay, provided by your favorite president.